So it's that time of year again. Apple are releasing their new set of products, and the one that people are most excited about is the iPhone 16. So should you upgrade? I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to cover two touch points in this video. The first one being who should and shouldn't buy the iPhone 16, and the second one being what features are rumored to be released with the iPhone 16 that may sway your mind either way. Let's get right into it. So first of all, who should buy the iPhone 16? If you have an iPhone, probably iPhone 12 or below, I think it's automatically a given that you should upgrade to the iPhone 16 if you have budget and if you're in the market for one. Obviously, if your phone's working perfectly, there's no need to upgrade. But if you find that your phone's battery is starting to get tired, your phone's actually a little bit slow, it will be such a game-changing experience from you going from an iPhone 11, let's say, or an iPhone 12 to the latest iPhone 16 when it does come out. I can speak to this. I did this myself from the iPhone 11 to the 14 Pro Max. And I have to say the jump from a standard phone to a Pro Max, or a Pro variant rather, is substantial, and you will really, really appreciate it. And you'll feel that your money is going a long way. The second one is if you just have money burn a hole in your pocket, go ahead and buy the iPhone 16. I don't see any issue with that. Obviously, if you want the latest and greatest tech all the time, you may not see a massive increase in the performance, or it might just be the same old for you, so it mightn't be worth it. But if you do have it, obviously go ahead and do what you want. It's your money. Now we get on to who it isn't for. And this may be kind of obvious, but I think I'll just call it out for if you're on the fence if you should or shouldn't get it. This is completely my opinion. Obviously, do what you want in the end. So if you bought an iPhone 15 or even an iPhone 14, I don't really see the merit in upgrading to the iPhone 16. Number one, I don't think you're going to see a massive jump in quality, performance, anything like that, especially if you bought last year's phone. It's going to be built in the exact same metal, most likely, and it's probably going to have the exact same performance. Okay, they can show us graphs where, it's X amount % increase on some game that no one plays, but you're not going to notice that when you're scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through Messenger or whatever it may be. The second reason you shouldn't be buying this phone is if your phone's fine. There's no real need to keep up with tech, all the brand new, latest tech all the time, if your phone is fine and if your battery's fine. It's a different story, as we kind of talked about there a second ago, where your phone battery's dying, it's not holding the charge, you're out of storage, whatever it may be. Fair enough, that might be a reason to upgrade, but that's likely not happening if you bought the last two models of phones. Even if it is happening on an iPhone 14 Pro, let's say, just get the battery replaced. It'll save you a lot of money, and you really won't need that phone, the iPhone 16 and all the specs that come with it. Let's get into the next section, which is just some rumored items that are, expected to be on the iPhone 16. There are new colorways coming, of course. I don't know how excited I am about them. I won't be personally getting it. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max and it's working fine. Even though the battery health is getting really low now, it's like 89% or 88, or I think maybe 87 even. I don't think I'm upgrading just yet. I'll wait till the iPhone 17 because I expect that's going to be a proper refresh of the model line. Apple are really doubling down on their AI and stuff like that. They've even branded it, of course, Apple Intelligence, and they're really putting a lot of money in there. We've had AI parts of our chips for years now. They just haven't been utilized in all of our Apple devices. So, Siri is meant to take a massive improvement with the new software, and they're also putting improved microphones within the phone. So you'll have an improved IPX water rating, and they'll just be super clear. So Siri can actually hear what you're requesting. I don't know about you, but when I'm calling someone, sometimes I can mix up the people I'm calling if their name's similar to a word I said. And next thing, you're having a very awkward conversation with someone that you worked with 2 years ago. Of course, we're going to be getting a brand new battery and chip. That happens with all new iPhones, whether they're just overclocking the existing chip or making a whole new one. I don't know. I'm not that close to it. But yeah, expect some performance improvements in those areas. It's rumored that there will be an improved battery architecture that they're working on. This is all down to the EU mandating that people should be able to fix their phones a lot easier. And I believe it's wrapped in some foil at the moment that makes it quite difficult. So that is expected to change. I don't know if it's in the 16 or in the 17, but it is coming down the line. USB-C, of course, this is no surprise. Again, another EU mandate that they must use a standardized platform. So USB-C will continue in this model line. And finally, I just hope we don't get a price increase as well with all the nice features that we're getting in this model. I'm sure we'll get a great set of cameras. It's supposed to be changing around the kind of form factor. It doesn't really bother me, but I just hope there isn't a price increase. You know, Apple phones are getting so expensive now, and like it's getting to a point where, you know, where is the need for €2,000, dollar, anything phone? It's starting to get ridiculous. So I think Apple are gonna. It's rumored that they're not going to increase the price, but let's just keep our mouths closed and fingers crossed that they don't do that. As we all know, Apple loves to charge as much as possible for the minute of changes. I do, however, think that iOS 18 will be a real, you know, bump to what we've had over the years. So I'm looking forward to that, definitely. But obviously, we're talking about iPhone 16 here, and you don't need iPhone 16 to get iOS 18. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more coverage of the Apple event and stuff like that when it happens, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.